This is FNN, where you get facts, not nonsense. All right, so breaking news. President Joe Biden has signed a spending bill to avert a partial government shutdown. Second spending bill that he has signed in a week. The bill kept agencies open, such as the Departments of Justice, Transportation, Agriculture, Energy, Veterans Affairs, among a couple others. Veterans Affairs was the only one who really saw a bit of a financial increase. Joe Biden signed it before heading to Atlanta for a campaign rally. He signed it in his Wilmington, Delaware home. A part of the government is still not funded by the deadline of March 22nd, such as the Pentagon and then the highly controversial, as of late, Department of Homeland Security, which was really what Katie Britt's Republican response to the State of the Union was focused on. And besides the Department of Veterans Affairs, which I mentioned before, it holds most agencies to level seen in the major spending deal negotiated last year, and this one was mainly negotiated by people like Hakeem Jeffries and Mike Johnson, who Joe Biden commended in a tweet. All right, so election 2024, we got 241 days of the general election. Yeah, we're now focusing on that. So number one, new election math. This includes leans, likelies, solids, toss-ups. The lighter the color, the less likely I think it will be. And I'd say right now it's still probably advantage Republicans, but we'll see. The political party No Labels has announced plans to find a presidential candidate. It was founded a few years ago by former Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman, who, if you recall, got primaried 18 years ago by now Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont, ran as an independent and won. They're trying to put together a unity ticket, although many of their top candidates, such as Mitt Romney, Joe Manchin, Nikki Haley, and Larry Hogan, have turned the opportunity down. And Trump and Biden are in Georgia as the general election season gets underway. Joe Biden is coming off a pretty strong and lively State of the Union performance, which I talked about here, where he released an ad poking fun at his age. He won Georgia by just under 12,000 votes 4 years ago. Biden is holding his rally in Atlanta. Trump is holding his rally in a northwest corner of the state, Rome, Georgia. All right, news for March 9th. Federal regulators plan to cap credit card late fees at $8. This is part of the Biden administration's plan to eliminate junk fees. Another one of the big economic points is combating shrinkflation. The financial industry does not like the ruling because they say that it would cause consumers to pay later, damaging credit scores because there's less pressure on it. And in other news, the Pentagon announces the peer to provide aid to Gaza, which people have talked about in this ongoing crisis, which was brought in by the State of the Union, could take months to build, but it does give Joe Biden something to point to, saying, hey, you know what, we're doing something when he's being attacked on the Gaza war. It also keeps that promise that the U.S. will put 0 soldiers on foot in Gaza, but it is, as the country strive towards the ceasefire, there's another step that the Biden administration is trying to take to provide aid for Gaza after notably airdropping it in the last few weeks. All right, and your sports report for today, Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, who has not lived up to expectations in my mind, has been traded to the Browns for just a 5th and a 6th round draft pick, but this will give Deshaun Watson hopefully a real wide receiver. Maybe Jeudy can unlock his full potential. Last year, he had just 54 catches for 758 yards and 2 touchdowns playing 16 games. And Ravens signed star defensive tackle Justin Madubuike to a 4-year, $98 million extension. Madubuike posted a career-high 13 sacks last year and is transforming into one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. And Max Verstappen won his 9th straight Formula One race in Saudi Arabia. Sergio Perez finished 2nd, and Charles Leclerc finished off the rostrum. And Max Verstappen looks to have probably a 3rd straight dominating season if he continues at this pace, despite rumors about his future at Red Bull. This has been FNN, where you get facts, not nonsense. Thank you for watching.